Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to do one of our 5 free CMAs that we can do inside of Lofty. Epic provides 5 CMAs. They give you 5 free per month. So that's 60 a year. If you're not utilizing all 5 of those per month, sending out seller CMAs or buyer CMAs, then you're missing value there. There's a lot of value inside of that. One thing you can do is take previous clients and send on an equity report with the CMA. It takes 5 minutes to run through one. Send it through email, text, say, hey, check this out. Just wanted to give you an update on the equity that you have in your home. I know that Robbie Johnson does this through like mailers, and it's a big hit. It could be just as powerful coming from a text or an email. So, hey, thinking about you. Just want to give you an update on your equity that you have in your home. All right, so let's get started. First thing you're going to do is go into Lofty, go to your CRM, go to marketing at the top, scroll over here on the left side, go down to, all right, go to Lofty Present, click on CMA. This will be a seller CMA. One of our agents has requested help with a CMA, so I want to do, we'll do a CMA for this property that she is working on. This is for Debbie. We're not going to do Tallulah Ridge. We are going to do 1558 Olo Road. Okay, so you can actually, to dress it up, I'm not going to dress this up. I'm not going to put a ton of time into this. What you can do is deck it out with featured image. You can choose from a few different options on the presentation. There's a lot of things that you can do to make this very, very nice and package it up into a very nice presentation for your seller or your buyer, whether you're doing a seller CMA or a buyer CMA. So let's get started. This is going to be I don't know how many bedrooms. So let's do a little research on this property real quick. Don't think we're going to be able to find the number of bedrooms and bathrooms through this. Go into Delta real quick. It's 3 fixed baths. I'm going to assume it's a 4.3. It's 2,400 square foot. It's a new construction. It's either a 3.3 or a 4.3. We're going to go, I would go with a 4.3. So let's do that. So 4 beds, 3 baths, living area. Let's just call it 2,450. Oh, I can be more specific. Let's see what the county has it as. 2769. 2450 is good. Let's go with that. All right. And my slider bar is in the way. Let's move that out of the way. All right. Continue. All right, so it starts with half a mile radius. That's not good. Let's go 3 miles inside of Summerall. That should give us plenty of options. We're going to filter our search results. So let's go to a filter. Let's go 3 to 4. We'll just go 4 to 4. There should be plenty of comps either way. In some areas, you want to be a little more like more broad with your search terms. In some raw, you should have plenty of comps to go with. 3 to 3, single property, sold date. It's going to just automatically do the last 6 months. Price, I'm not worried about price. More concerned with square footage. So we're going to go 2,200 to 2,700. Actually, I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. 2,300 to 2,700. This has 2 acres with it. I can't imagine a lot of I do want to put a maximum of 5 acres. That way the prices you can adjust price. I just don't want to do a lot of math right now trying to figure out cost per acre on any additional. I'm not gonna go with all you can like I said, you can get as detailed with this as you want to. Go ahead and apply, see what that pulls back. That pulled back 3 comps. This is an older house. I'm not going with that. This is 4.3 with 2,300. That is a great comp. This is a 4.3 with 2,500. That's another great comp. I could probably widen this out to more like a 4 mile radius and get a few more subdivisions. That's fine. Okay, so we have 2 good comps with this. That's good for now. I'm going to hit continue. At this point, you can, like I said, you can go into it and make this presentation extremely nice. You can include your seller commission. You can include proposed buyer commission, escrow, which you would figure like you could also do your property tax. Like, so right now we're 8 months and 12 days into the year. You can figure they need to, by the time this closes, you're probably 10 months into the year. So they're going to be paying, 85% of the taxes. You can figure all that off. You can include their mortgage payoff, any miscellaneous costs that they have, HOA dues. So you can put all that in there and you can come out with a net sheet that is very, very close. And you need to preface this. This isn't to the penny, it's not to the dollar, but it's going to give you a very good idea of what you will net once you sell this property. So we're going to hit continue, adjust comps. I skipped a step, but let's go back, continue. All right, scroll down. Okay. And one thing I also like to do, this is actually active. What I like to do is get sold, pending, and give an idea of all of it. Right now, I'm just rushing through this, showing you what this is actually. There were 2 different ones on that map. So oh, I know what I did. Man, let me get back. I do not add them. So once you do that, you actually have to come over here and click these. So I'm not going to click this, but I am going to click these 2. And I want to probably, that's a 5.4 for 3,500 square feet. That's not a comp. That's not in the same ballpark as what we're at. So I'm going to unselect this, and you can unselect that here, I think, if you click that. Yes. So it unselected that. So now we're going to continue to the adjustment phase. So at this point, and this is a big price difference between the two, and there's not that much difference in the square footage. You're looking at 180 square foot difference. This is a new construction, 2025 built. This is a 2021, so it's 4 years old compared to brand new. So that could be the reason for the, $50,000 difference. You're paying more of a premium, but you can also see this is selling on the market for half a year. So it could be overpriced as well. In this market, that 400 plus range, it is going to be a little more difficult to move properties. So it's to be expected, especially new construction because they're on tight margins. All right. So at this point, you can adjust for acreage. You can adjust for a pool, a fence, any improvements, and you can add value or you can take value away. If you take value away, it's going to make your property, it's going to, so let's look at it. Let's say it has 10 acres. 10 acres extra that we don't have. We only have a 2 acre lot. So 10 acres, or you say 8 additional acres. At that point, you would apply value, and let's just play around with it. Let's say in Summerall, that's worth $20,000 per acre. So, or let's say at 8 acres, it's $10,000 just for easy math. So that's an additional $80,000 we are giving value to this. So when you add that, it makes this go up. So if you take that away, watch this. So it takes it away. So let's say this has something that's going to take an, I don't think you can apply negative value. So you can only add value. I don't believe you can. Well, let's look at something real quick. Let's say that something detrimental. I don't know what that would be. Let's say something detrimental to the value. Let's look at this. Negative $80,000. It does. It takes it away. So now you have 330 instead of 410. So you can adjust those prices by playing around with this. But we're not going to do all that on this one. So at this point, we're going to hit continue, and we're going to go look at this customized report. It allows you to look at it as a desktop or a mobile or as a PDF. So we're going to look at it on desktop view. It treats it more like a PowerPoint. So you're going to look at this, and you can also delete these pages. If you don't like the way this looks, or if you want to add additional pages, if you want to do your own cover sheet, you can do that. So let's just scroll through and look at them. So it automatically imports your picture from your website. It imports your agent resume, um, your your broker's number, your email, your web page, all the good stuff, all of your information. It's going to show a map of the comps at the distance. On the next slide, it's going to give a side-by-side comparison of the comps compared to your subject property. And then it's going to work finally to your estimated value. So at this point, this is where your adjustments come in. I believe that you can actually adjust the range. I know there's a way to do that. And then your net sheet, you have your net sheet here as well. So, and then finally, you have a call to action at the end, and it says get started with a listing agreement. You can adjust that as well. There's customization there. So let's hit continue. And that's it. You can also just click this. This is a PDF. You can see it spinning here. You can open this PDF up. I think it automatically downloads to your computer when you click that. So to go into your downloads files here, and then you can send it through Messenger. You can send it to your phone. You can create a website for it where it has its own link. You can send that link to them. It's very, very robust system. I like it better than what you have with the MLS. It's like I said, if you're not utilizing 5 of these, the 5 free ones a month, you're missing value that Epique's providing. And it is a very, very powerful tool that can increase your profitability of your business. If you have any questions about it, shoot me or Natalie a text and we'll help you with it.